The battlefield of today is already a world of science fiction made real. We have drones that can loiter over a target for days, guided by a pilot thousands of miles away. Stealth fighters like the F-35 are flying supercomputers, invisible to enemy radar. Soldiers carry advanced optics that turn night into day and communicate across continents in an instant. This is the world we know. It is a world of incredible technological advantage built on decades of innovation. The gear a soldier carries now would have been unimaginable to their grandparents fighting in past wars. But the future is coming faster than we think. The technology of 2025 will look quaint by 2040. The leap forward will not be just an upgrade, it will be a complete transformation. Imagine a battlefield where the lines between human and machine blur into non-existence. Think of a world where artificial intelligence makes life or death decisions in microseconds, faster than any human mind could ever process. The lone drone we see today will be replaced by autonomous swarms of thousands, acting as a single coordinated entity. The soldier will no longer be just a human in armor, they will be a node in a vast, interconnected web of sensors, robots, and AI, a true cyborg warrior. This shift is not about building a better tank or a faster jet, it is about fundamentally rewriting the rules of war itself. The future of conflict will be fought not just on land, sea, and air, but also in cyberspace and across the electromagnetic spectrum. Drones are the iconic technology of modern warfare, but what we see today is merely the opening act. The Predator and Reaper drones, once considered revolutionary, will be seen as the Model T Fords of unmanned aviation by 2040. The future belongs to the swarm. Imagine not one or two, but thousands of small autonomous drones being released from the belly of a larger aircraft or a submarine. These drones would communicate with each other, sharing information and coordinating their actions without any direct human control. They would move like a flock of birds or a school of fish, a single intelligent entity with 1,000 eyes. This swarm would be more than just a weapon, it would be an all-seeing eye. It could map an entire city in minutes, identifying every threat and every possible route. Some drones in the swarm might be equipped with sensors, others with electronic jammers, and still others with small, precise explosive charges. They could collectively decide how to best approach a target, sacrificing a few to disable an enemy's air defenses so that others can get through. On the sea, swarms of unmanned underwater vehicles could hunt for enemy submarines or clear minefields with terrifying efficiency. They could lie dormant on the ocean floor for years, waiting for a signal to awaken and strike. On land, small, four-legged robotic drones could swarm into buildings, clearing rooms faster and more safely than any human team could. They would share a collective consciousness, knowing where every friendly unit is and where every enemy is hiding. The pilot of 2040 may not fly a single drone, but instead act as a swarm commander, providing high-level strategic goals to an intelligent system that then executes the mission on its own. Artificial intelligence is the silent engine driving this entire military revolution. By 2040, AI will be as fundamental to warfare as gunpowder was in the 15th century. It will not be just one tool. It will be the ghost in every machine, the intelligence woven into the fabric of the entire military apparatus. Its primary role will be to process the unimaginable amount of data flowing from the battlefield. Every soldier, every drone, every satellite, and every sensor will generate a constant stream of information. No human or team of humans could possibly make sense of it all. AI will be the one to see the patterns, identify the threats, and suggest the optimal course of action in real time. This AI will be the ultimate strategic advisor. It will run millions of simulations of a potential battle before the first shot is ever fired, predicting enemy movements with stunning accuracy. During a conflict, it will manage the logistics of the entire war effort, automatically rerouting supplies, predicting maintenance needs for vehicles, and ensuring that troops have what they need before they even know they need it. The most controversial and transformative application of AI, however, will be in autonomous weapon systems. These are the so-called lethal autonomous weapons, or LAWs. These systems would have the authority to independently search for, identify, and engage enemy targets without direct human approval for every action. The argument for them is one of speed. In a war fought between hypersonic missiles and AI-driven swarms, the human reaction time is simply too slow. By 2040, these systems will likely be deployed in defensive roles first, such as protecting a naval fleet from a swarm of incoming missiles. The image of a soldier on the battlefield is set to change forever. By 2040, human soldiers will rarely fight alone. They will be accompanied by a new breed of squad mate, the autonomous ground robot. These will not be the clunky, remote-controlled robots we see today. They will be agile, intelligent partners, capable of navigating complex terrain, making their own decisions, and working seamlessly with their human counterparts. Imagine four-legged mule robots, like a more advanced version of Boston Dynamics' Big Dog, carrying hundreds of pounds of gear, ammunition, and supplies, tirelessly keeping pace with a squad on patrol. But these machines will be more than just pack animals. They will be our scouts, our sentries, and our point men. Small wheeled or tracked robots will be sent ahead to scout buildings, cross open fields, or investigate suspected explosive devices. They will use their advanced sensors to build a three-dimensional map of their surroundings, identifying threats, and relaying the information back to the human squad members before they ever step into the line of fire. Beyond these support roles, we will see the emergence of heavily armed, robotic combat vehicles. Think of them as small, unmanned tanks. The integration of these robots will create a new kind of combat team. A human squad leader will not just command other people, they will command a mixed team of humans and machines. They will need to understand the capabilities and limitations of their robotic assets, just as they do their human soldiers. The robots will be our new front line, our loyal and tireless partners in the dirt and mud of the battlefield. They will carry our burdens, watch our backs, and face the enemy's fire first. The soldier of 2040 will wear more than just a uniform, they will wear a second skin. This smart uniform will be a marvel of materials science and embedded technology, basically a wearable computer system that monitors, protects, and enhances the individual soldier. The fabric itself will be revolutionary, capable of changing its camouflage pattern in real time to match the environment, making the soldier nearly invisible. Embedded fibers will act as a network of sensors, constantly monitoring the soldier's vital signs like heart rate, body temperature, and hydration levels. This data will be invaluable. If a soldier is wounded, the uniform will be able to detect the injury, pinpoint its location, and even apply pressure to stop the bleeding while simultaneously sending an alert to medics with the soldier's exact location and condition. This biometric feedback will also be sent to the squad leader and AI battlefield manager, giving them a real-time overview of the physical state of their entire team. The uniform could even have integrated microheaters or coolers to protect the soldier from extreme environments, and a built-in power harvesting system that uses the soldier's movements to charge their electronics. The most transformative piece of this new kit will be the helmet, specifically its integrated augmented reality display. This is not the clunky headset of today. It will be a sleek, transparent visor that overlays critical information directly onto the soldier's field of view. Imagine looking at a building and seeing its floor plan projected onto the walls. Friendly soldiers will be highlighted with blue icons and known enemy positions with red ones. A squad leader could draw a plan of attack on their own display, and it would appear on the visors of every soldier in their unit. This creates a silent, instantaneous, and intuitive form of communication that is impossible to intercept. The future of the United States military is not a story of humans being replaced by machines. Instead, it's really the story of a new, deeper partnership between them. The battlefield of 2040 will be defined by what some call the human-machine tango, which is a seamless collaboration where each partner plays to its strengths. Machines are fast, tireless, and can process incredible amounts of data. Humans, on the other hand, excel at creativity, adaptability, and ethical judgment. Think of a pilot in 2040. They may not be flying a single fighter jet, but instead conducting an entire squadron of unmanned combat aircraft from a command center that's hundreds of miles from the actual fight. Their role is not to micromanage the flight stick but to provide strategic intent. They might say to their AI wingman, "Secure this airspace," and the AI in control of a dozen drones would then execute that order. The human provides the what and the why, while the machine provides the how. This is a relationship built on trust and a really clear understanding of roles. On the ground, this partnership will be even more intimate. A human squad leader will be the nexus of their team, both human and machine. They'll receive constant input from their robotic dog, which is scouting ahead, and from the AI battle manager, which is analyzing enemy patterns from above. They'll use their augmented reality display to see what their machines see, creating a kind of shared consciousness. The success of the United States military in 2040 will hinge on its ability to perfect this complex dance, to foster a new generation of warriors who are as comfortable commanding a robot as they are firing a rifle, creating a truly integrated combat team for the 21st century. In 2040, the most decisive battles may be fought without a single shot being fired. The invisible domains of cyberspace and the electromagnetic spectrum will become primary battlegrounds, as critical to victory as any stretch of land or sea. Every drone, every robot, every smart uniform, and every command center is connected to a network. This network is both the military's greatest strength and, honestly, its most profound vulnerability. The ability to attack and defend these networks, cyber warfare, will be a constant, persistent conflict that rages before, during, and after any physical confrontation. The objective of offensive cyber operations will be to dismantle the enemy's ability to fight. Imagine a cyber attack that doesn't just steal data, but actually corrupts it. It could feed enemy commanders false intelligence, showing phantom armies on their maps, or hiding the location of real advancing forces. It could ground an entire air force by hacking into their maintenance and logistics software, ordering the wrong parts or deleting flight clearances. A sophisticated attack could even turn an enemy's own autonomous systems against them, causing drones to crash or robotic tanks to just shut down in the middle of a battle. On the defensive side, the United States military will employ AI to guard its own vast networks. These AI sentinels will constantly hunt for intrusions, patching vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. Beyond cyber, electronic warfare will be paramount. This is the battle over the electromagnetic spectrum, the radio waves, microwaves, and signals that everything from GPS to communications relies on. The military of 2040 will have advanced jamming capabilities to blind enemy sensors and sever their communication links, while protecting their own signals with advanced encryption and frequency hopping techniques. Winning this invisible war will be the essential first step to winning any physical conflict in the mid-21st century. The same technologies that will empower the United States military in 2040 will also create a host of new and dangerous threats. The future of warfare is definitely not a one-sided affair. Adversaries, both state and non-state actors, will have access to many of these same tools. The proliferation of cheap, commercially available drones, sophisticated AI, and cyber weapons means that the technological playing field is leveling. A small group of terrorists or a rogue state could potentially wield disruptive power that was once reserved for superpowers. One of the most significant new threats is the rise of the autonomous drone swarm as a tool for asymmetric warfare. Imagine a terrorist group launching a coordinated attack on a major city or a military base using hundreds of commercially bought drones, each fitted with a small explosive. Such an attack would be incredibly difficult to defend against using traditional air defense systems designed to stop jets and missiles. The military is now racing to develop counter-swarm technologies, from high-powered microwave weapons that can fry drone electronics to nets and interceptor drones designed to take them out of the sky. The age of the lone suicide bomber is giving way to the age of the robotic swarm. Cyber warfare also presents a persistent, low-level threat that can escalate in an instant. An adversary no longer needs to build an aircraft carrier to project power. They can do so with a team of skilled hackers. They can target America's critical infrastructure, the power grid, financial systems, and communication networks, without ever setting foot on United States soil. This creates a gray zone of conflict, where acts of aggression are hard to attribute and even harder to respond to without triggering a wider war. The military of 2040 cannot plan for a single, predictable enemy. It must be structured for flexibility and resilience, able to confront a wide spectrum of threats. In the 21st century, the ability to adapt faster than the enemy will be the ultimate strategic advantage. The incredible technological advancements on the horizon promise to grant the United States military a formidable edge. The fusion of AI, robotics, swarming drones, and cyber capabilities could cement America's position as the world's preeminent military power for decades to come. This technological supremacy could act as a powerful deterrent, making potential adversaries think twice before challenging United States interests. It offers the promise of fighting wars with fewer human casualties, achieving objectives with greater precision, and maintaining global stability through unmatched strength. This is, in a sense, the vision of a new American century underwritten by silicon and steel. However, this great power comes with great peril. The very nature of these technologies raises profound ethical and strategic questions. The development of lethal autonomous weapons creates a world where machines can make the decision to kill, crossing a moral threshold that many find terrifying. What happens if these systems make a mistake? Who is held accountable when an AI commits a war crime? The speed of AI-driven conflict could also lead to rapid, uncontrollable escalation. A small skirmish could spiral into a global conflict in minutes, faster than human diplomats can intervene. Furthermore, the proliferation of this technology is inevitable. While the United States may have a lead now, other nations and even non-state groups will catch up. This could trigger a new high-tech arms race where nations are locked in a constant struggle for AI superiority. This brings us to the ultimate unanswered question about this technological revolution. As we forge these powerful new tools of war, are we building a future of greater peace and security, or are we paving the way for a new, more terrifying form of conflict? Will this technology be a shield that protects us, or a sword that once drawn can never be sheathed? The choices we make today, in our labs, in our government halls, and in our public debates, will determine the character of war and peace for the rest of the 21st century. The future is not yet written, and the path we choose will define not just the future of the American military, but the future of the world itself.